I love this question. Should I keep or burn my journals? Wow. My answer is burn them. So I've moved home many times. I journal on a regular basis. I write very raw. I get everything out. And would I want anybody to find my journals? Not particularly, but also I am a great believer in letting the energy go. So what I have done is each time I've moved home is I've burnt all my journals, just got rid of them. Now, there's a few exceptions. So I fractured, well, my spine fractured several years ago, and it was a really, really awful time in my life. I can't even begin to describe, how painful it was. I had difficulty walking. I mean, it just was the most awful time of my life. And I kept a journal of all the kind of like nutritional, spiritual stuff I did with crystals. When I'd wake up in the early hours of the morning and wanted to not be on this planet, and I wrote and wrote and wrote. And I've kept that journal. So I've kept, and I'll tell you the reason I've kept it. I've kept it because I have a book that I'm writing called Healing the Bones of Me. So it's not just about healing the osteoporosis and the fractures, it's healing lots of other things, bones being the foundation of who we are and finding who I was. So I've kept that journal. What I've recently done with some other journals is I've gone through the journals and I've ripped out the stuff that I want to keep. So, when I've got like downloads of things that I want to put in books, I've kept that stuff. And then what I'll do on a full moon is I'll stick them in the fire and burn them, because I really do believe in letting the energy go. Now, I guess a lot of this depends on what kind of journal you write. So if you've got journals that are the stories of your life and you want to leave these things as legacies for your kids, now you might have this thing where you think, oh, I wonder what they're going to think of me when they read this stuff when I'm gone. Well, you know what? You're dead. So it's a little bit too late. What I would do with your journals in those kind of situations is I would write to the people who are potentially going to read them and explain a few things that you need to do, and then let them read them. Let them make of your journals what you will. But if you're like me and you don't want to leave anything behind, then seriously, I'd rip out the pages that you want to keep. So for me, it's always keep the stuff that I know I want to put in a book or I want to put in a blog or something like that. But the rest of it is mostly I've just got stuff off my chest. I think it's such a perfect thing to sit and have a ceremony with candles and lovely oils and crystals and do a forgiveness ceremony and then burn them and let them go. It's really, really cathartic. So if you're like me, burning your journals is a perfect way to release that negative energy and be able to just get on with your life. And I can promise you, I have no regrets about burning any of my journals, none whatsoever. I feel lighter in spirit because I've done it. So have a little think. Are you going to leave them as a legacy, or are you going to make the most wonderful fire and get rid of everything? So I'm Dale, and I will be back with some more writing tips soon.